All right, guys, name is Tyler, aka Nanogenics, and today we finally have all the info on the brand new Android 21 that's coming to Dokkan here in just like a couple of days. Matter of fact, I think less than 48 hours. All this we're about to talk about will be released on the JP side. So we're talking Android 21. We have the brand new Android 17, Ranger 17 that was announced in the news just a couple of days ago. And then we are finally getting a full-on TUR level 120 Android 16 that actually isn't that bad at all. So all that in today's video that we're going to discuss. But really quick, I got to give a couple shout outs. One to my FGC, a link to his Twitter will be down below in the description. I actually played Fortnite with my over my Twitch channel just a couple days ago. So a huge shout out to him, and that will be down below. That's where we're getting the super tax. And then another shout out to the Dokkan subreddit. A link to the Dokkan subreddit will be down below, specifically to the post. That is from Dark Blastoise for the translations. So with all that said, let's hop in and let's start talking these brand new units. Now I'm going to start off with the 17 because he's probably, well, I know a lot of people are super hyped about 21. The 17 is probably and indefinitely the best card coming from this set. And he's actually like amazing. So the 17 is a physical type card. He is the Android category leader, which so is 21. They're both, but they have different percentages. So let's just hop in. So the leader skill of 17 is Android category key plus 3 HP and attack plus 170, defense plus 130. And then he also gives Fizz type key plus 3 HP attack and defense plus 90%. This guy's super attack has causes immense damage and lowers enemy attack and defense. So that's actually a pretty solid super attack. Passive is attack and attack plus 120% from performing a super attack. All allies key plus 3 and defense plus 60%. Reduce damage received by 40% when HP is less than 77%. I mean, this guy is so good, and this guy's just so good. And of course, it's another physical type unit. Like, how many Fizz units can they release? I am so low on physical orbs. Stop releasing so amazing physical units. Anyway, links are Android Assault, Twin Terrors, Infinite Energy, Rival Duo, Shocking Speed, Tournament of Power, and Fierce Battle. And then he fits into 2 categories, which of course is Androids and then the Tournament of Power, or Universe Survival Saga. So you can run this guy on the Jiren team, and he's going to be amazing. You run this guy on Android's team, and it's going to be amazing. And we'll talk about everyone that fits into the Androids category, because we do know everything that fits into it once we get to that, if we cover all the cards. And I've actually was sitting here looking at it before I hopped into this video, and I'm starting to think the Android category and an Android team can actually be really, really, really good, and potentially in one of the sort of more top categories of the categories. That sounded kind of weird, but I think you get what I'm saying. Anyway, let's hop into the STR Android 21, who is also an Android lead. So Android category key plus 3, HP attack defense plus 150%. That's where her leader skill ends. It is worth noting, and I should have mentioned this before now, the 17 is a Dokkan Fest unit. The 17 is a Dokkan Fest exclusive unit. The Android 21 is actually just a standard unit. So very much so, the sort of Mass Saiyan thing that a lot of the community has said, whenever Mass Saiyan released, he released on the SSJ3 Goku, Angel Goku banner. And of course, Angel Goku was a Dokkan Fest 120% lead, and then Mass Saiyan was sort of the SSR that is in the general pool after that. That is a really good lead, or was at the time, and has just been thrown into the general SSR pool. That's the same thing that's going to be happening with 21, at least from what it might seem. She could be exclusive to this because she is a fighter's, she's a fighter sort of specific card, and they slapped that fighter's logo on all these cards from fighters, which is very interesting, but it is what it is. Anyway, so her super attack is causes immense damage to enemy and recover 10% HP. So of course she's a Majin, so that's pretty standard for them to recover some form of HP from it. Passive is key plus 3, attack and defense plus 90%. Attacked enemies attack and defense minus 20% for 2 turns, and transform when conditions are met. She transforms when HP is 50% or below and after the 4th turn, and it's only a 30% chance. It's only a 30% chance for that to happen. It is a very, to be below 50% past the 4th turn for her to transform, it's just super limiting, man. It is just super, super, super limiting on her, but I guess it is what it is. So we'll talk about her transformed state in just a second. Her links are Android Assault, Metamorphosis, Battlefield Divas, Brainiacs, Fear and Faith, Big Bad Bosses, and Fierce Battle. Categories she fits in are Full Power and Androids. It's definitely interesting that they did not throw her into the Battlefield Divas, but as far as I could tell, they didn't. Transformed super attack causes immense damage and lowers enemy attack and defense. Her passive is then turned It's actually pretty intense passive, but Ki plus 3, attack defense plus 130%, recover 13% HP, disable enemy's guard, and stop the enemy. And the translation was aptitude for carnage on super attack. At this time, Dark Blastoise's sort of thing in parentheses here is not sure what this means. It's either sealing the super attack or the enemy can't kill you with a super attack after that, because it's stopping the enemy's aptitude for carnage. I'm sure it's some form, potentially is something that's not just sealing, because they do introduce new mechanics all the time, transformation being one of them. So it's very possible that this is something where she is then able to basically survive a super attack after that when she is in that transform state, and that transform state being so pretty difficult to get. I mean, 30% chance once you're under 50% health and after 4 turns. Come on, that is actually somewhat difficult to obtain. So anyways, her super attack is actually pretty awesome. All of them are pretty awesome, but the MVP for the new super attacks is this 16, which is where we're at now. So Android 16, Tech Android at 16, a level 1 2016. It's awesome that he's finally coming into the game. We're getting one that's actually a proper TUR. Leader skill is super tech type. Type Ki plus 2, HP attack defense plus 90%. Super attack on this guy is greatly lower his defense and cause supreme damage to enemy. I am sad though that is his super attack, given the fact that what you're seeing on your screen is quite possibly the most beautiful animated super attack in the game to date. The angles that they do and everything else, it is just a very, very, very pretty super attack. So it's just kind of sad for that right there, that beautifulness, to be greatly raised defense and cause just supreme damage. But anyways, his passive is actually pretty decent. Attack and defense plus 80% for every Android category character on your team. Defense plus 30% at a cap of 90%, and a high chance to guard against all attacks. Links on the sky are Android Assault, Gentleman, Tough as Nails, Mechanical Menace, Rival Duo, Revival, and he does get Fierce Battle. Categories fits on is Androids. Then last but not least is the free-to-play Android 21 that does Dokkan Awaken from Dr. Android 21, or her sort of more human-looking state, before she turns into her Majin 21 that you can see there on your screen. Leader skill is Android category Ki plus 2, HP attack defense plus 50%. Super attack causes extreme damage to enemy and recover 7% HP. Passive is Android's category allies Ki plus 2, attack and defense plus 30%. So here's the thing with her. She's not going to be good, obviously, as a lead. She's not going to really do a whole lot of damage, but she is a really good off-rotating unit to run on a team. And the fact that it looks like her name is different, you will most likely be able to run her with the strength Android 21, which is definitely nice. So she is going to be a pretty good, they keep doing this, like the free-to-play Kel that they released, the Intelligence Kel, also a very good free-to-play unit. A lot of good free-to-play units are releasing that are very good sort of rotator support slot units, such as this, because her passive for an Android team is fantastic. Ki plus 2, attack defense plus 30% for a free-to-play unit. That is very, very good. Links on her: Brainiacs, Metamorphosis, Android Assault, Big Bad Bosses, Shocking Speed, Battlefield Diva, and Shattering the Limit, and she fits into the Androids category. And then last but not least, we'll wrap up today's video. Here is the category on your screen. Now, some obvious MVPs are the EZA Cell. One thing too that I want to note that I meant to mention, and I think I forgot to whenever I covered this a couple of weeks ago on the V-Jump, is that it's very possible we see an LR that sort of corresponds with this. Pretty much right now, Dokkan has been in a pretty sort of predictable cycle, as it has always been, but it's in a bit of a different one at this moment, where we will most likely, in the month of August, we're going to get this Dokkan Fest. We'll probably get a free-to-play LR, and it's very possible that since it's been a good minute since we've gotten a summonable LR, we will probably get a summonable one as well. So it's very possible that out of either free-to-play one via Dokkan Battlefield or something else, I know we did just get the Goku, but it is possible we could still get another free-to-play one this month. We're probably going to get some form of LR Cell, or some form of an LR Android, and the fact that 17 is already getting this TUR one, 21 is already getting this one, and LR Cell was on the sort of the list of things that they asked us to vote on whenever Vegito Blue won. Probably going to get LR Cell this month. Now, obviously, it's not a confirmed thing. We don't know that for sure, but it'd be awesome if it is LR Cell with his actual mini cells. Sorry. Anyways, that would be really cool, because then it's going to have a separate name from the Tech Perfect Cell, which would be absolutely fantastic. Cell Juniors. It would be absolutely fantastic. So it is possible we get that, but looking at the category, it's actually not bad at all. as I said, Super Android 17 is going to finally have a category that he fits on, which is great. Going to probably be running him just because I have him rainbowed and he's going to link well. That's the cool thing about a lot of these Androids is they're going to link so incredibly well, and it's going to be so fantastic. But the EZA perfect sell, potential LR sell, obviously the Super Android 17, especially if you have any sort of dupes into them, the LR Androids. In all honesty, it's going to be a pretty good category. I'm very ready to try out an all Android category team. So anyways, guys, there you go. That is everything from the data download right now. If you enjoyed today's video, consider slapping the like button. If you're new to the channel, consider going down there, hitting that subscribe button, and joining the hashtag NanoFam today. If you don't think it's LR sell, assuming we will get a new LR this month at some point in time, what do you think it might be? If it's not sell, and it is going to correspond with the whole Android aspect, what do you think it might be? Feel free to let me know down in the comment section below. But guys, have a great day. Keep on keeping on. Nanogenics sign off, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.